there, Kelly Mank, Executive Director of BNI Maine. With summer coming to an end, as far as the calendar says, a lot of people are getting back into a schedule. Boats are being put away, kids are going back to school, and we want to be as efficient and effective as possible, at least until the holidays. I get questions all the time in my consulting company of how do I stay organized? How do I get things done? How do I keep myself accountable? And my answer is tends to be always the same. There's 500 different ways to, probably more than that, to keep yourself organized. We just need to find the one that works for you. So I ask you, as our members, help a fellow member. Do you have something that you do that keeps you really organized, that makes you stay on top of your meetings, make sure that you're always on time, you never miss a meeting, you never miss a one-to-one. It reminds you to book your one-to-ones. It reminds you to do your client follow-ups, send out emails. Maybe it's just a simple CRM. Maybe it's paper and pen with a checklist. Maybe you're using something like I use. I use GoodNotes on my iPad. It keeps me accountable to myself. Maybe it's Outlook and you're putting it in the notes and the calendar. A really smart person once said to me that you're not in my life if you're not in my calendar. And at first, I really didn't agree with this. And I didn't really, see the value of saying that out loud. And now I see it so much because as we get busier or more successful or have more kids or whatever it could be, our calendar really does run our world. And without a calendar, days go by much faster. Have you ever noticed that if you don't have a checklist for a day or you don't have any meetings during that day and you're not playing hooky, you're in your office, you're getting a lot less done than if you have a plan? I try to, on Sunday nights, these are my tips, my hints. On Sunday nights, I try to make myself a list. These are the projects that I want to get done for the week. And then I have a dream list. These are the projects I would love to get done this week. And at the same time, I try breaking them into actual days. Every single morning when I get to the office, or even sometimes before I leave my house, I jot down my notes of what I want to make sure I get done that day. Maybe it's following up with someone, maybe it's sending an email, maybe it's starting a new campaign for something, maybe it's doing a bunch of inviting, maybe it's cleaning the office. No matter what it is, if it's not written down in my GoodNotes or on my calendar, it's not going to get done. Now that brings up something else really important. Those of you who are like, okay, so she writes it down, but how does she get, reminded of it? Or how does it stay? How do my one-to-ones stay in a calendar? So I do use GoodNotes and it's fantastic. I write everything down. My iPad never leaves my side. Now, I used to be a notebook person, huge notebook person, did not go anywhere without my notebook. Now it's my iPad. With that said, I use Outlook. Every single one of my meetings is in Outlook. Now, I also have my project time in Outlook. I have my prep time in Outlook. Then I also use tasks of things that absolutely have to get done on a regular basis. So anything that's recurring goes into my Outlook in my tasks. So I actually have to check that box off before it stops bothering me. Why is it bothering me? Because I put the little check mark that says to remind me, send me a reminder of something. So today I just wanted to talk about, little tips and tricks, how to stay organized, how to make sure you're living your best life, being, effective and efficient in your world so that you can spend time doing the things that you love even more. As I said in the beginning, if you have a tip or a trick or your favorite app or program or whatever it is that keeps you organized, please enter it below, put it in the comments, put it in the notes, help out a fellow member. Ask around during your next one-to-one. What do you do to stay organized? Do you have a tip or trick? How do you do this? You've got tons of kids, multiple businesses. How do you do this? People love being asked those questions because, quite frankly, it shows that people recognize it and acknowledge it. So, just my tip for the week. As summer's coming to an end ish, please don't hate me for saying that. We're really starting to get back into a scheduled work day or a scheduled work week. And our life isn't controlled by, how beautiful it is outside and if we're going to take a hooky day to go boating. So, comments below are greatly appreciated as always. And I hope you all have a fantastic week. Stay organized. Happy networking.